Hello, and welcome back. You're here watching more Bocchi, where the idea of making a band, making friends, and putting your name and face out there for all to see are common practices and good things to aspire to. It would be a little difficult to achieve should you be living in a box. But we saw Bocchi's attempt at social interaction, customer service, and so I can be pretty certain when I say she's nowhere even fucking close. As soon as she's able to look someone in the eye without melting into a quivering mess, we might be at least on the right path to getting better. It's going to be one hell of a journey, though. Considering I could see myself long ago having the same kind of issues and facing them and trying to talk to people, well, I'd like to say it's gotten better. At least I don't phase into separate dimensions when people try to talk to me. With that in mind, should we watch more Bocchi? She is deep inside the closet again. Of course, she is raring to go, get back to school. The fact that the sister is like a polar opposite, and then just slide out of frame. She is predominantly her own worst enemy. Crawfish? She is a force to be reckoned with now. A completely new her. Someone's talking about some music, are they? Jump in the middle of that. I mean, an attempt was made. To be fair, I'd say that is a step forward, even if she is eating in the dark in the corner. I like the animation. If you just put them on a few sticks. To be fair, if you wasn't some sort of social pariah being seen being eating by yourself, then it does actually seem kind of peaceful. Wow. It'd be an inspiration to everyone else that suffers from the same kind of condition. Now, how are you going to get into a conversation like that when you have to climb down from on top of desks and stuff? I mean, enough to have a normal conversation, at least, so I think Don't Try This at Home could go for pretty much any scene in this show. Mainly her own imagination, what she thinks of situations, really. Crack. Ah, it's a balloon. Huh? That was the sound of someone's hopes and dreams suddenly crashing down to earth. Not with a bang, but a wet slap. I think the constant urge of like wanting to be in a conversation, seeing, hearing things that she is interested in and wants to talk about it, but just doesn't know how, or overthinking what would happen in that instance should she try to interject. So many missed conversations, opportunities in high school I suffered thanks to that overthinking of situations. Sometimes a little, maybe not even confidence, but lack of caring what other people would think of you for for a second still can do great things. There's a stalker about. You've been noticed. You almost. Yep, she almost got it. Good attempt at playing along. Yeah, she got some speed on her. Why does this turn into some sort of like medieval melancholy? Okay, the fact of just using real video footage in the background for this sad ballad. How could she possibly cash up to her and overhear this? Seeing someone in the throes of depression there, and managing to raise their feelings. Maybe write it down. Try it that time. Or just blurt it all out in a second. Yeah, that gets it across pretty quickly as well. She has other. Oh, that's. I'm thinking you might be overselling it a little. And then it all fell apart. So we've got someone that thinks the worst will happen, and then others who just put themselves into a situation where they don't have the skills or anything, but just. That's how you try playing it? Hmm. I think even with someone with a incredibly small passing interest in guitar would know more than that. I think it's best if she doesn't join the band, just so that Bocchi can retain a solid shape. Little bit of, a little bit of kind words, and she is like some modeling clay. Ah, she sprouted. Yeah, bye. I don't think you need to carry on that lie, but also I feel like one is with energy drinks on hand. But yeah, I think one of them there isn't exactly going to shy away from putting on a different persona. Shine a bit. It's it's fine. Just she'll point you in the right direction. She's not even walking herself. Just put her in a coffin already. She's done. Just bury her now. Was that just a hearing of some names there? And now is she vanishing or? It did say previous guitarist. I wouldn't have thought that we would have had a resurgence there. Someone brought in and then right. So that's who she's trying to impress. I mean, she offered. I can fully understand just pretending to know something just to be part of the group and not left out, but let's hold a vigil. And since she assumed you were dead, you now have to disappear. Does this mean that they need to continue drinking the energy drinks, though? Thanks for your input there. Bringing her in, forcing her to be part of it, getting her over her own little ordeal with running away. Changed? I see she's taken that in her stride, but I think I can understand exactly why she has that outfit. Huh. Is that the smell of a true maid? What's going on there? She's gonna take her place. She's only just turned up and she's already being assigned these roles, having everyone turn to her. Maybe bring her along was not for the best. Just throw her away now. How did she keep that in there? No. This sounds like another song that I know. Like the Wailers song or something. And that was the last we saw of Bocchi. May she rest in peace. But get it right. And are you actually telling her anything or just doing it? Someone so eager, watching with... careful with your hand. I mean, what? It's either one or two things. Either she has no callous whatsoever, so she's never picked up a guitar and knows nothing, or uh, that might be a bit too ambitious. I think we can tell immediately. Now, the main question is why? She looks so cool out there, busking. The way to get close to her is pretend to play guitar, yes. Squee. She hasn't learned how to shine with it yet, just yet. But she's actually able to talk to her pretty well now. The fact of being... The fact of being forced into a situation where you like this and have to talk to them, even if it's only one or two words. Jump straight in, yep. Not thinking about issues or consequences. Guess you could see it in that light. So, on one hand, we have deeper and deeper relationships, and the other, what was it? World peace? Since this is for her own reason, she doesn't feel she's good enough now. And also being so upfront about it. You're Bocchi being the type to never actually disclose anything because it would just be far too much for her. When presented with someone like her, who can tell her about her troubles and open herself up. So close. Well, at least she has her own death shroud. If it's just a case of not knowing how to play guitar, they'll force you to learn. Trash can and a box, but they helped, just like now, they helped her up when she needed it. Aha! Even with no way of knowing how to play, still tried. Does she even have, like, a music book, some sort of basic lessons or anything? Or just keep strumming away and maybe something would happen? That was loud. So, it doesn't matter who it is, as long as it's less out of her wallet. The best teacher here. I mean, just show her the YouTube channel. I think, in turn of her teaching her to play guitar, being forced into that kind of closeness there. Actually having someone to talk to quite a lot. By the lifestyle. What did they get up to after she left the first time? Her running away from the first practice and what must have been left her quite a heavy toll. Got to hold a party in her honour. And they've got all that energy drink to get through, remember? She wants a little more, does she? I mean, even the smallest bit of praise can be a massive confidence boost. Is it just a 6-string bass? Hmm. Hmm. She tried so hard and yet still failed. I see it's going to be a long road, not just for Bocchi, but pretty much everyone here. What did that take? 5 minutes? I was going to think, if she didn't have the money to buy her own, then at least we've got someone there who has excess funds at her disposal. I bought it off her. I guess she is the bassist, so. She'll be eating weeds! Well, to be her, it's her, so. I'd say she'd still have money but eat weeds anyway. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Setting up their timetables, getting them all, in line. Teach her one bit at a time. Got a bit peckish. Apparently, this new girl doesn't mind if her beloved senpai acts like a goat. I dread to say that would actually be something I would have done. Make a joke about eating weeds and then follow through with it, yeah. At least she's eating healthily. Could be worse. Got to make up for all of that excess sugar that they were ingesting throughout this episode. And since we've got a relatively new guitarist, where are the others in the spectrum? Bocchi's been playing for ages and quite good. It's got quite a few views on all of her videos as well. The other two are just kind of, middling along. Bocchi's good, not good in a band. New girl might be good, never really picked up a guitar properly. I think it's quite clear to say that I am enjoying Bocchi. The fact that we have, a character that's so conscious of the world around her, how much people might look at her, maybe actually pay attention should she say anything, for better and worse. One that is so devoid of contact, whatever, a small bit of compliments will stay with her forever. Her epitaph on the tombstone would probably be what they've said to her today. You know, considering they were bringing up that they had a guitarist fall out and run away beforehand, and that's why they were looking for a new member. I just thought, maybe that's just a bit of story progress so that we could get this new band and have Bocchi join it. Not that the runaway guitarist would actually reappear and have a bit of a backstory of why they left, and it'd be, yeah, I just wanted to get close to you. And then if we get back to the time at school where she's hiding away under a little shadow spot under the stairs, listening into conversations of those going by, jumping up at the mention of something that she would be interested in, or overhearing something about music and trying to actually interject and join in, maybe even ask someone to be a guitarist. The feeling of her actually wanting to be able to talk, having that moment of, actually, never mind. That, the split second where her brain doesn't keep up with her mouth and she actually gets something out, have people turn to her. Just needs to keep those voices at bay to say that she can't do this, or what would happen if they... So, why are you trying to join into our conversation? If she can silence those, she'll be golden. But you know what is fun? Coming up with some ridiculous lie like, oh, they're party animals, limousines, energy drinks. And then thinking you need to continue it on. Or, in the reverse, actually believing that crap. How are they going to have time for school if they're out clubbing every day? But now, after a few short lessons, where's this teacher going to be? Bocchi doing quite an adequate job teaching her how to play guitar. We haven't heard her sing yet, even if she does like going to karaoke and the like. When it comes together for the first group practice all together, let's see how they do. And so I really think that no matter what your goals are in life, whether you practice first, hope for the best, or just go in all guns blazing, not knowing what the hell you're doing, according to this show, both approaches work. As long as you have other people to bail you out for you. Maybe that's a good lesson, but probably not. If you've enjoyed Bocchi, let me know. If you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. If you leave a like and a comment on the video, it really helps me out. But I think for now, make sure to get yourself a bit of rest. Even if for a moment, reach out, do something out of your comfort zone. And I'll see you in the next one. I have gotten myself into quite a lot of trouble, and it's probably all thanks to you guys, so if you've had a look at any of my past videos on the channel, you can see exactly what I mean. But I guess I do need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthia, Kite, Endurist, Shiwan, Mats, Akane, Guado, Janny Sui, Maxwell, SZ9870, Diego Zenhausen, the amazing Backwards GMAce, and the Kebab Seller, along with everyone else, because I wouldn't be here without you. For better or worse, really. Although so far, I haven't had to consist off of energy drinks, so I guess that's a bonus.